Welcome back to the Xmas Lemmings 2021 level solving commentary video series. And this is it. This is the final video of the series, as we will be finishing up the final 6 levels of the pack, which are all in this bonus rank. So, first up, bonus 1, Lemming Entanglement. For those who want extra challenge, for this sentence here, it should be for those who want an extra challenge. So AN, right between want and extra. But other than that, nicely done there, Armani. Alrighty, this is bonus 1. Okay, so for the first level of the bonus rank, I actually found this one to be quite hard. This was yet another level that I couldn't get solved, before the pack was released to the public. And there are plenty of things that make this level difficult. And yes, as I have figured out from Armani, he pretty much underestimated the difficulty of this level. So yes, there's plenty of things that can catch you off guard here, and many of my attempts have me either at least a skill short or one lemming under the save requirement. So, first 2 lemmings I make climbers. And then with the 3rd lemming, we're going to go ahead and dig here. Okay, and then we block here, just a little bit out so that the lemming coming back to the left will be able to be on the other side of this blocker, to be compressed with the rest of the crowd. And then the lemming that entered the teleporter here will pop out here, so he will build and collect this builder pickup. And the lemming that slips by the teleporter, he will build here to collect the common pickup. And I guess certainly complicating matters even more is the fact that there's a blocker pickup here as well. So you're certainly wondering if you need to get all 3 of them, or some of them you can ignore, and still be able to solve the low. But yes, this climber and the builder pickups are necessary. They're absolutely vital to get the low solved. And then this builder that's down here, he's going to enter the teleporter and pop out here. Okay, so in the meantime, this digger is going, and he's going to release the blocker, as well as the crowd. This digger would just be lost, to the firebox down here. Now the rest of them are going to go through this icicle trap, but only one gets killed. Like that. Okay, and then the first lemming that gets through here will dig down. He digs in such a way that he's pretty much at his maximum width for a digger shaft, and removes all pixels of wall to the left. In this way, so that the crowd can go towards the right later. So yes, that's the digger that just got lost. The other climber will go on, and he's going to patch up this gap with the builder. One of the lemmings in this crowd will enter the teleporter, and the common pickup that we just picked up, it will be given to this lemming. And now a pretty difficult part here is blocking right here in such a way so that everyone is stuck between the pillar and the blocker, and they essentially cannot turn at all. They're stuck there, evidently going to the right. While the pillar's still there. This builder that just finished, he'll block here. Okay, this other climber that just came from the top, because of entering the teleporter, he's going to go over here, and he's just going to turn on the blocker, and then walk to the exit. Okay, so this digger won't exactly release the blocker, but this will become vital in the solution, as we will use a bomber here. That's the only skill we have left. So here, we just wait until he's low enough. The digger goes down low enough. And then I pick a lemming from the compressed crowd, to bomb. And we do it in such a way so that when the bomber goes off, everyone is already going out to the right. Including the crowd that's compressed. And it also releases the blocker too. Like that. So this was a very, very hard part to see. And it was something that I was thinking of trying, but I couldn't get it to work. But as it turns out, you need a lot of precision here. You need to block at the right spot, and you need to put the digger correctly as well. And then, you don't exactly bomb when the crowd is able to step up on the pillar, the left half of it, but you need to wait until the digger goes low enough, and then you start bombing. That's the only way to release the blocker. And of course, since the bomber was inside the digger shaft, he will also stop the digger as well. And that's it. So yes, plenty of things that can make this level very hard. Yeah, some decoy pickups as the blocker is, and also the fact that, yeah, there's these teleporters here, which, you would think to avoid them somehow, but, yeah, but the fact that one will enter it after these two climbers go on ahead to forge the path, it is inevitable. Yeah, you can't avoid that. And even if you did, yeah, you're not going to have enough skills to solve the low. So yes, so after much struggling, yeah, I finally did manage to get the low solved, but, yeah, this along with Avant-garde 10, yeah, I think it was Avant-garde 10, I couldn't get solved. But yes, it is certainly a very nice level, but it is quite difficult for just the first level of the bonus rank. So in a way, I guess it kind of feels out of place, but well, I think it should be fine because considering the bonus, essentially the entire bonus rank is pretty difficult in general. Anyway, bonus 2, no matter where you came from. So here we only had 2 regular lemmings, and the rest are neutrals. So, we have a pre-placed blocker who's a pre-assigned slider, and then we have another regular lemming here who's a blocker and trapped in the terrain here. So therefore, you can't really do much with him, yeah, other than to bomb him once we get the bomber pickup. Yeah, and then the rest of the lemmings who are coming out of the hatches will be neutrals. So we have a entrance that's a pre-assigned swimmer hatch and a neutral hatch that's a pre-assigned slider hatch. So yeah, this was yet another very hard level for me. Yeah, this one also took a long time. Mostly, yeah, you see it's a very tall level, and yeah, there's plenty of like paths here, like possible paths to take. That it's not really obvious where any of the skills go and stuff. And you really need to figure out how to get the groups down safely as well. And also how to manage the crowds correctly so that they go to the correct exits at the bottom. So anyway, so with this blocker, we're going to go ahead and release him with a walker and also make him jump so that he avoids the ice steam blower trap here. And yeah, I really like this extra detail here that Armani put, where you see the word safe here and these dots. Essentially what this is referring to is that from the bottom of this updraft, yeah, essentially you build in such a way that you hit upon the line here. Yeah, then it's going to be a safe drop. Yeah, they're not going to spot. But if you stop below it, yeah, then they will spot. Yeah, even after exiting the updraft. So I really like that. Interestingly enough, I didn't actually pick up on this hint. Yeah, until like much later. Anyway, so the solution I ended up using here, very fiddly and very messy. Yeah, especially in the starting area. So, I first built to the right in such a way so that he hits his head and turns back to the right. Yeah, and there we go. And then around here, yeah, right here I stack. And it pretty much has to be at the edge of that pixel on the builder staircase, I think. Okay, and then 1, 2. So, right on the second clicking sound, yeah, I have him jump to stop the stacker. So that, yeah, it causes this pretty interesting, weird sliding mechanic thing. So that he slides for a bit and then he is able to get up the stack. Okay, and then he goes in and then goes into that tiny hole there. And then after walking for a bit, then we go ahead and build. So yes, now you see that the builder staircase goes about the safe line. So therefore, when the lemmings drop, they're not going to spot. But they do have to land, yeah, pretty close to the top of the staircase here. Okay, so the slider goes out to the right again. And yes, this actually blocks him from being able to step up onto the builder staircase. Yeah, especially because essentially this does not allow any column open air. So at least the way I put the builder and everything. So that's the reason why the stacker has to be placed at the very edge of that pixel on the staircase in order to prevent that from happening. So then he slides down. Yeah, slides down again. And then this is one of the unintended parts. Yeah, I use a walker to turn him around. And then I build a staircase. Yeah, and then when he turns back to the left, I go ahead and make him jump. So he gets up here. And then I put a stack here. So that when the crowd is released, yeah, they do not walk into the firebox. Okay, so the slider is on his merry way. Goes down here, and yes, down here we give him a shimmier, so that we get over here. Then we go ahead and put a stack here. So he's going to turn around, yeah, drop down here, and then drop down here. And then we go ahead and give him a shimmier, so that he goes into the teleporter from the right side. Yeah, as we need him to go out to the left. If he went in the other direction, then he's just going to go off the low side and die. And yes, here he goes down here. Okay, and then I have him shimmy. Yeah, use the ceiling to shimmy here. Yeah, so that he goes back out to the right. Yeah, and then I have him jump, so that he does not slide down and go out to the left. Yeah, and then he's going to slide down here, and then we give him a shimmier. Yeah, he's going to slide down, and then, yeah, we jump. So now he's on this wall, slides down, and then we give him a shimmier here. So he's going to drop down here, and we're going to go ahead and put a stack here to make a platform for the crowd. Okay, and then I put another stack here, so that he does not walk into the firebox trap. Okay, and then I shimmy, so that he goes along here. Okay, and then he goes down here, and then we're going to go ahead and patch up this gap with a builder. Okay, and then I have him jump, yeah, so that he does not slide down and go out to the right. So he's going to go along and collect the bomb and pick up, and then I go ahead and stack here. Okay, and then I go ahead and start building. And yes, at this time I go ahead and bomb the blocker here. So yes, they're just going to drop down. So yes, as you can see, this is pretty close to spot height, but he does land on the part of the staircase where it is pretty much right at the safe line. Yeah, everyone else just pretty much lands on top of that builder staircase right there. And I will note that these builders here and also the stacker are all very pixel precise. Yeah, any other placements that I've tried, yeah, they did not work at all. Yeah, at least the solution I used. So yes, like I said, my solution is a complete mess. And in the intended solution, yes, these specialists on neutral hatches groups actually go out in separate paths. Yeah, one group goes down here, the other group goes down here. But here, I ended up avoiding that by having everyone go out and down the left side. And yes, this builder staircase is to essentially stop the sliders from going out. From going to the right. And essentially, they won't be able to because they're going to drown. And yeah, since they're not swimmers, yeah, they're just going to drown in the water. And so to prevent that from happening, after they slide down and go out to the right, they're going to use the builder staircase to slide down and then go out to the left. And then essentially with the stack here, they'll be stuck in this infinite loop. Yeah, and that's going to be important because, yeah, so here you can see everyone's going down. The ones that are not sliding down, those are the pre-assigned swimmers. Yeah, and sliders who do go down, yeah, they will go out to the right. But then they will slide down here, go out to the left, slide down here, go out to the right, and then hit the stack and turn around. And then slide down and then go out to the right here. Yeah, they're not going to walk into the water. And then you just drop down here, slide down here, walk out to the left, and then slide down here. Yeah, drop onto the builder staircase, and then slide down here, and then go out to the left. Yeah, the swimmers are fine. They can touch the water without dying. So yes, here we're going to wait until all the swimmers use this exit first. And then we're going to use our last builder to release the sliders. Yeah, by building over that stack. Yes, now we only have the sliders up, so now we can go ahead and release them with a builder. Okay, and that's it. So it's a pretty nice level, but yeah, at the same time, I also found this to be very hard. Yeah, I would probably say just as hard as bonus 1. Bonus 3, hold my beer. Disjoint union. People either love or hate it. How about you? Yeah, I personally don't mind them too much. Yeah, almost any level I'm fine with. So but yes, this one I also found to be pretty hard as well. So yes, here we have 4 different sections. So therefore 1 entrance in each section, and a 3 of everything skill set here. And this happens to be in the class of 8 skills. So this could certainly fit as a level in the retro rank. But at the same time, from what I understand, essentially the lowest here in this bonus rank, Armani essentially took the hardest level in each of the Retro and the Avant-garde ranks. Yeah, and put them in this rank. And yes, this is definitely appropriate, as, once again, like I said, I found this level to be pretty hard. First lemming here, I put a blocker. First lemming here, I have him bash. Then first lemming here, I have him block. Let me see. So I make him climb. Okay, have him dig down when he's going out to the right. And then here, I have him float down. Yes, this lemming here, I have him dig. And then this lemming will mine. Let me see. And then I built somewhere. Oh, yes. I built here to, essentially what I'm building up so that I can make a platform for the lemmings that are coming. And yes, this digger was placed in such a way so that the lemmings from above can still land on here before landing the rest of the way down. Yeah, that way they don't splat. And yes, this is enough. One builder staircase to the left is enough to prevent splatting. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and build to the right. And I believe this is a pixel precise assignment. Okay, and then after the digger's low enough, I go ahead and bash with him. Okay, and then build over the water gap. Yeah, it is enough to reach over to have them land on the steel. Okay, and then I go ahead and bomb the blocker. So yes, it's pretty interesting that I tried to bomb going out to the left, but if I do that, then I essentially will be one lemming short. And so to prevent that from happening, the answer is to bomb the blocker instead, so that you only lose one lemming here. Yeah, rather than two. And then, yes, here. Yeah, after a lemming steps up, yeah, then we go ahead and mine. And the miner is enough to get to the exit. Yeah, this entrance is perfectly fine. They all walk to the exit. And now this entrance is fine. They will go to the exit. And then, yes, I have them bash out now. And then one of the lemmings gets a climber here. And then I go ahead and mine to the left here. And yes, this is just past the ice steam blower trap. Yeah, and they'll just collect down here. And then the climber that went over the top here, he's going to go ahead and dig down here. Yeah, this is a pretty much a pixel precise assignment, I believe. And yes, and then after the climber climbs for a bit, then I go ahead and bomb him. Yeah, so that he's able to blow a hole to allow the rest of the crowd to go to the exit. Okay, and that's it. So plenty of skills left over here, but far more complicated than it needs to be. Yeah, I've seen the intended solution, and it's much more impressive. Yeah, in particular, it uses a really neat trick here of essentially like I think it like builds over the blocker and then just releases a blocker with a bomber and stuff. Yeah, that's like right here. So it's pretty neat, in my opinion. But in any case, yeah, Armani said mine is acceptable. Yeah, despite the fact that it's harder than it needs to be. Bonus 4, prerequisite, advanced fluid mechanics. And this is one of the levels that I've nominated for low of the year, 2021. Yeah, this level is just very impressive. Really love the solution here. And yeah, I got to say, this is this wasn't as hard as previous 3 lows. Yeah, granted, it still took a moderately good amount of time, but it didn't take me anywhere near as long as the first 3 lows of the rank. But yes, here we have 2 entrances. So this lemming will get a swimmer. And then next lemming will stack, so that everyone is contained. This lemming that reaches over here will platform. Okay, platform across this water gap. He's going to go down here. And yes, this entrance is perfectly safe. And then we're going to go ahead and bash here, so that he gets into this water pond. And then, let me see. Send him a climber. Oh, no, he's a climber. Yeah, I gave him the climber, the swimmer. Yeah, he's going to go down here, go up here. Platform this water gap up. Bash through the one-way wall. platform up this water gap. Okay, I believe there's some timing here. No, he goes out here. Yeah, drops down in here. Then he's going to use this section here to bash, and then he makes his way over here. Now he goes over here. We bash through that, and yes, at this time I go ahead and send out another climber, but to the right for this entrance, and then he gets a glider. And yes, the swimmer that gets up here, he's going to stone here. Okay, and you'll see why in a bit. Okay, platform up this water gap. So he makes his way up here, glides down to get down here, and then yes, I go ahead and bash this crowd out. Yeah, bash through the sign to release them. Okay, and then we stack here so that it fills up the gap, and he will just start climbing up, and then he will glide to reach over here. Yeah, this crowd is perfectly fine. They'll be stuck in this infinite loop. Yeah, for the time being. Oh yes, but at that time, I go ahead and stack here, so that the ones that are coming will turn back towards the exit. Yeah, and the rest of them who made it past it will eventually make their way back up, and then over here, and then turn around and go to the exit. So yes, in the meantime, this glider lands on top of the stoner, and then we platform and clone. So essentially, to get the stoner in the right spot for the platformer and cloner, yeah, essentially this was the hardest part to achieve. Yeah, as before I kept trying to see if I could do it up here, but as it turns out, it is impossible. Yeah, the stoner would not be in the right spot in order for you to platform and clone. Before you do that, yeah, then what would happen is that the cloner would get, not the cloner, the platformer would get interrupted because of the overhang of the terrain. So yes, so we need that so that we can seal up the gap in both directions. And then we go ahead and bash through the one-way wall here, and then bash through the stack. Okay, finally all there's left to do is to bash the crowd out to the left to release them, and that's it. So they're gonna make their way up here, over here, down here, over here, and over here. So yes, and the stacker placement here is also important as well, because we need the gliders to hit the stack. Yeah, and so that they go to the exit. Yeah, put it in the other spot, and they will not bounce off of it. So I remember thinking to myself, oh yeah, I essentially have the low assault. I just need to find a way to stop the gliders going out in the wrong direction. And this was the answer. Yeah, fortunately it didn't take me too long. But yeah, it did take a bit of time before I realized it. So yes, very, very nice low. I really like this low. So I thought the low solution was so nice that I thought to nominate it for low of the year 2021. So that's another one of Armani's lows that I picked to be included in that pack. Next one, bonus 5, Curious Minds. Okay, so I think from what I remember, I think Armani said that this one was pretty difficult. But no, I didn't think this low was hard at all. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it didn't take me too long to figure this one out either. Okay, so after 4 lemmings, I go ahead and max out the release rate. And then yes, at 8 lemmings, yeah, I go ahead and drop the release rate back to default. And then yes, the final lemming in this tail end at the crowd, yeah, I go ahead and build. Essentially what we want to do here is that I think we want to release 3 lemmings. Yes, we want to release 3 lemmings over the top here. Yeah, one of them will build to get up here, while the other 2 will drop down here and float. Yep, first lemming that reaches here will bomb the terrain right here away. And then we're gonna go ahead and build 1 staircase here. Yeah, after that he's just gonna be lost to the water. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and build to reach over here. Yeah, and then we have him climb. Then we're gonna go ahead and build so that he turns back around. And then we're gonna go ahead and mine down. And yes, he uses the staircase to keep on going. Yes, and then he stops at just a point where he was able to land on the builder staircase. So, from Armani, yeah, he said that this part is pretty much the hardest part to see. And yes, I could definitely see that, but this part didn't take me too long to figure out. I mean, it was probably one of the last parts that I did figure out, but yeah, it didn't take me too long. Okay, so the climber in the meantime goes back to the left. So he's going to go over here. And then we're going to go ahead and patch up this gap with a builder. And then we make sure that he turns around. And then finally, all that's left to do is to mine the crowd out. And that's it. Okay, so a very, very nice level here as well. Alrighty, and the final low of the pack, bonus 6. This will be a better year. So this was a low where I essentially had the solution. There was just simply one critical part of the puzzle that I was missing. Yeah, for quite a long time. But eventually I was able to figure it out. Alright, so first time we will get a glider here. Then he's going to build and we clone him. And here we're going to go ahead and dig. And we place the digger in such a way so that he will stop. The digger will stop. Okay, and then here we need to go ahead and max out the release rate before the digger pick gets too low. And then the lemmings will start splatting. Yeah, in the meantime, the right-facing lemming will go ahead and keep him building. And then he's going to hit the terrain and turn around. But yes, the digger will break through the terrain in time so that the other climber will go up. So yes, we give the builder to turn around a climber. So yes, the other builder, yeah, the clone, yeah, will go on and be collected down here. So yes, the terrain was dug out and in time so that the climber can go up here. And no, I was wrong. No, the digger will be sacrificed. Yeah, that's the only loss that we're allowed here. Okay, and then once we're high enough, then we go ahead and jump with the climber. And then we're going to go ahead and use this part to shimmy along. So he's going to go along all the way over here. Yeah. And drop down. And then, what do I do? Oh, yes. So while the glider is coming down, we're going to go ahead and fence the crowd out. Yeah, and there's some timing that needs to be done here. So essentially, we're timing this in such a way so that a certain result will happen at the end here. And then up here, we're going to go ahead and shimmy along. Yeah, and then once he goes back to the left, we're going to go ahead and dig down this terrain away. So yes, and it was timed in such a way, the releasing of the crowd, so that the digger gets low enough for everyone to get on through without turning around. Because they do turn around, then they're just going to drop to the bottomless pit here. Okay, they're briefly contained in here for a moment. And then once the digger's low enough, then they're going to go ahead and proceed to the left. And so essentially, another pretty hard part here is when you're digging down, and essentially you're wishing that the digger did not have a glider, because at the moment he has the glider and he would just fall past the exit and therefore go into the bottomless pit. And so before I realized the trick that's needed here, yeah, I kept trying other things, such as trying to get a non-glider to shimmy across here. But the problem is that you do that, then yeah, this I would say was like pretty interesting trolling in a way, because this is actually fatal by a pixel. So it is just splat height, and I thought that was pretty evil. But yes, I can certainly see why it's needed, because yeah, otherwise it would avoid the central trick entirely here. Yeah, and again, I also try other things here, such as like trying to build to get higher and everything. But as it turns out, yeah, you're not going to have enough skills otherwise, yeah, to have the crowd be safely contained and whatnot. And so, unfortunately, the only way is to send a climber glider up here in order to dig this away. And so, you're thinking, okay, so we have a predicament here then. Yeah, how in the world do you save this digger when our only loss can be this digger at the very beginning? And the answer is this. At a certain moment, yeah, we need to go ahead and activate the nuke. So in a way, this is a low with a partial nuke solution. Yeah, and it needs to be done at such a time so that after the digger digs away the terrain, there's a brief moment when he is still a digger, but when the timer goes off, he would just transition into a faller. Yeah, but he essentially lands on top of the exit trigger on time before he explodes, and so therefore he is safely rescued. If you do the nuking at any other time, essentially what will happen is that if he transitions to a faller before the timer goes off, then he will just explode. Yeah, he's not going to go into the oh no animation. And so therefore, you need to use this brief window of time where he's still in the digger animation after he breaks through the terrain. So it is a bit precise in activating the nuke, but yes, you just need to use that fact. That there's a brief moment where he's still in the digging transition. I mean, in the digging phase. After he digs away all the terrain away. So yes, that was the critical part of the puzzle that I missed for a long time. But when I realized, I was like, oh wait, I think it's just the nuke. Yeah, and so once I made that realization, yeah, I quickly set out to try it out. And yes, as it turns out, that was the key. But then I still needed to tweak the solution a bit so that I get the timing of the fencing of the crowd out correctly, and then syncing it up correctly with that digger, so that, for example, no one turns to the left and falls into the bottomless pit. But yes, very very nice solution. It's really really good. And from what I understand, one of my good friends on the Lemmings forums nominated that low for the low of the year 2021. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing if anyone can figure the solution out. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there will be a couple who will be able to figure out the solution. And yeah, especially since there are a couple of people who I consider better solvers than I am. Yeah, in the game, even though I am up there with some of the solving grades. But anyway, this is what we get after solving a bonus 6. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Special thanks to Nish, Josh Eskio 18, and KYN, that's me, for pre-release testing, Namita for Neo Lemmings Maintenance, and you for playing this pack. Okay, and then once you click on through, then you get to the post results screen here. And with the completion of bonus 6, that brings us to the first level of the pack, which is Retro 1. And before we end this series, yeah, there is one other thing that I would like to show off. And that is, yeah, I was told by Armani that the Easter egg for Avant-garde 13 is still present there. Yeah, I thought he had like removed it or something before the release of the pack. But no, he tells me that it is still there. And so, what I would like to do here is that I would like to show out the Easter egg for this low. And let me see. No, I should not have done that. It should be in here. There we go. This is the replay. And no, I take no credit for this because this is Armani's replay that I'm using. So, so I would like to thank Armani here for allowing me to use his replay here to show off the Easter egg. And yes, and he did comment on my video, on the previous video of the series, where essentially you just have to remove the terrain somehow. So yes, here he places a blocker at the very front end of the crowd. And then yes, we place another blocker here where the crowds kind of like meet, yeah, in both directions. But it's also done in such a way so that like essentially the blocker is a left-facing one, and then everyone else has already been past the blocker. So therefore, everyone else is now contained between these blockers for the time being. Yep. And then once you do that, you essentially just go ahead and stop the nuke. Oh, let me see. Yeah, he also did some skill assignments in the meantime. Oh yes, he placed some more blockers as well. So there's the Easter egg. Yeah. So if you bomb in the right spot, yeah, you get the message. You're awesome. Yeah, behind all this terrain. So yeah, that's all I wanted to do. Just wanted to show out the Easter egg for those of you who are curious, and that's probably everyone. Now that I mentioned it in the previous video. But yes, like I said, I take no credit for it, as that is Armani's solution. Yeah, that's not mine. Yeah, that was his replay that I loaded there. But yes, that is the Levels Up and Commentary video series for Xmas Lemmings 2021. So definitely a very nice pack, but not a lot easier as I thought it would be. Yeah, as in contrast to his Lemmings Uncharted pack. Yeah. Now, granted, yeah, this is a pack that I definitely would still recommend to play through. But just be aware that it is certainly quite difficult in several places. Yeah, especially the bonus reg. Yeah, but if you are perseverant, is that even a word? Yeah. And like you essentially don't give up and stuff. Yeah, you'll eventually make it through. Yeah, like some of the people who have played through this pack. Um, but yes, definitely a very nice treat for Armani. Yeah, with another Christmas pack. Yeah, from my former member. And Armani's lows are one of those. Yeah, I essentially enjoy playing his lows. Some of them are quite difficult, but they are certainly very nice ones to play through. A lot of them. And I will certainly look forward to any future packs that you might like make in the future. And so, yes, with this, I hope you have enjoyed this level selling commentary video series on Xmas Lemmings 2021. If you've been watching, or if not, then you'll probably set out to play the pack and stuff. And I will see you all around for like any future projects that I might do, which also includes the LPs, of course. Yeah, that you might have stumbled upon on my YouTube channel. So with this, I hope you all have a nice day.